And we're live. And hello! Everyone say a nice big hello! Hello! It is time to live long and prosper. It is time to get freaky and geeky because it is the Extreme Improv Xstreamed Geek Battle Show. So, on tonight's show, we will discuss what it means to be a geek. No, we won't do that again. But we will discuss all kinds of geeky subjects. We're going to, unpack, whether or not Superman and the Flash going in opposite directions may pull the Earth apart. We're going to give our spoiler-free thoughts on the Batman, if we want to or not. I don't know. I haven't checked with anyone else. But in order to find out who is this week's Geek of the Week, we're going to get things rolling with our introductions round, where everyone will give an interesting geek fact, and based on my preference of the person, I will give them a point or not. DB, do you want to say hello to the people and give us a random geek fact?
Hi, everybody. I'm DB Frick. My random geek fact is that Steven Spielberg started his production company, Amblin, as a fake. He had a fake. He just took a room at the production company that was empty and called it Amblin Entertainment because he ambled in. He just ambled into the room and lied about having an office and a business.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm going to say that definitely gets a point, regardless of hearing any of the others. Capelthave, say hello to the people and give us a random geek trivia fact.
Heyo, my Geektonians. Speaking of a geek fact, the chat that started the debate, the discussion on what will happen, Superman and Flash may go round and round. Well, anyways, so Superman is basically can move near light speed, which means that in our perspective, he can be anywhere, everywhere at the same time. So that means, yes, he is kind of omnipresent. And which is shown in the film Megamind, whereas another version type of Superman, Metro Man, actually does that, where there's a moment where there's a hit death ray and he basically lives an entire day but nothing is actually moving because he's moving so fast that he can do all these things and decide to fake his own death. So yeah, basically Superman can be anywhere, everywhere.
Okay, so literally we will use this as a discussion point, and I'm really interested in something you said there. I'm going to hold off giving you a point because I don't want us to get, we're only part way through the introductions here. Jimmy Mac, say hello to the people, Commander, and give us an interesting geek trivia fact.
Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy Mac. I'm here in Los Angeles. My interesting geek fact is there is an amazing Star Trek The Next Generation fan-made episode. It's commonly referred to as A Tale of Two Cities. It does more justice to Star Trek than a lot of official Star Trek episodes. They bring up Tasha Yar again. They bring up Leah Brahms, the engineer who created the Enterprise, who Geordi falls in love with. It dives in deep on a lot of these Star Trek characters and themes. The reason a lot of people haven't seen it is because, yes, it is a hardcore pornography Star Trek parody.
What?
The guy they hired...
What? Where did that suddenly come from?
The guy they hired to play Picard is a professional Patrick Stewart lookalike. So, he looks exactly like him, but, his accent's way off.
Wait, so hang on, there's a guy that looks exactly like Jean-Luc Picard.
Yes.
And they were like, hey, would you like to do porn?
And he was like, yes, I would. And again, the accent is way off. But he looks just like him, especially from the back. But that said, when they did a sex scene... What's up?
Nothing.
Okay, so but when he did his sex scenes, they did bring in, a double for the sex, because I guess he was like, hey, I'm just here to look like Patrick, mate. It is amazing, and you can find it on YouTube with the sex cut out. So there are a lot of, plot holes, they jump into the turbo lift, and Worf's talking to Troy, and they're like, hey, what's up? And then all of a sudden just smash cut to the next scene. Again, I'm not kidding, terrific Star Trek episode when you take the sex out. And, by the way, Deanna Troy is really hot in that.
Okay, so hang on. How long does it last if it's literally an adult film? How long does it... Is it 4 minutes long?
No, it's probably about a half an hour. I'll look it up right now.
I bet you will. Well, I don't know. That deserves a point. So, DB, you have questions on this, I can see.
During that movie, did anyone set their phasers on stun
They set their phasers on buns.
Oh my god, that's
Horrifying.
yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah, go on,
do
Kat.
want to make one reference though, is that because some actor looked like that. So you know, Michael Bay started out as a porn director.
What?
Yeah, Michael Bay was a legit porn director, and then he's and the
I'll be
weird
back in
thing
1
is,
second,
okay,
guys. Keep going.
Yeah, this is pure speculation, and I'm not sure it's true or not. Is that his starting films were kind of an artsy film that no one really watched, and I think he did Pearl Harbor, I think. So everyone called him a little bit pretentious and not really a genius or anything like that. He's just pretentious. Then he came up with this philosophy that he would shoot every movie after that like porn, and that's where Transformer came from, which is a legit porn.
Actors who have apparently done porn, apparently Sylvester Stallone and Tony Danza. Those are two porno.
What the hell has happened to this show?
All the Italians, man, they gotta have it.
Porno extreme.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, David, you at least have to appreciate if this philosophy is true. If Michael Bay is actually making the Transformers movie, like filming it like porn, that explains a lot. I mean, the shots were so cool. Like it's a 13-year-old's wet dream in a way.
Awkward.
Yeah.
A Tale of Two Cities is 27 minutes and 12 seconds long on YouTube.
Wow. Okay. I'll keep that. I'll keep that in mind throughout the rest of the show. So, anyway, after that, let's get on with our discussion and debate round. We were just having a mass debate round, but we're just going to bring it back a little smaller in scale. So, we, as Cap brought up, Superman and the Flash. So if Superman runs one way, Flash runs the other way, like what would happen? Which one is faster? I don't know, like I'm sure somewhere in the comics they've answered that. But go on then, Jimmy Mac.
I'm not sure about the comics, but I'm pretty sure that, look, Superman has many powers. Flight, heat vision, and he's very fast. You've got one guy who his only thing is that he's fast. So if Superman is faster than him, then hey, Flash, go kill yourself. Like, what are you here for?
Well, yeah, but hang on. But then, what is Batman for? Literally, if you watch the Justice League movie, he doesn't win on anything. Okay, go on then, Jimmy Mac.
Batman is the angry one. Everybody's scared of him. His fury knows no end. So like, you don't mess with Batman, all right? Also, kryptonite. Like, Batman doesn't have any kryptonite. If you show him a picture of his dead parents, he's going to get sad for a minute, and then he's going to kill you. Or brutalize you. He won't kill you, he'll brutalize you.
Well, okay, go on, Cap.
Technically, Flash is faster, because I remember this comic reference. I have not read it, but I know of it. Is that one time is that Flash is triggered to run over and over again, the program not to stop. So Superman was sent to stop him, and he couldn't. The problem is he couldn't actually match his speed. So he sent in Shazam, because Shazam's powers comes from the gods, and apparently a god is gonna be faster than the fastest man alive. So Shazam is faster than Flash, but Superman is not. But
Shazam is faster than the Flash.
Yeah.
Kill
According
yourself.
to that comic.
Yeah.
Now he's third. Now he's got one thing and he's third.
See, I do agree, but like, isn't it like the Flash can also like warp time and stuff like that? I don't think Superman can make the Earth spin
He
backwards.
can pick pockets really well.
Yeah.
That was his thing. I think that was the Flash's thing, that he can pick pockets.
The
Okay,
one thing that sets him apart, though, is that Flash has the speed force. That is the reason why he's fast. But Superman runs because literally his muscles are strong. So he can basically run and...
So what is the Speed Force?
The Speed Force is a mystical thing that surrounds the DC universe, giving away, creating speedsters like Barry Allen, the other sort of Flashes. And that's the reason why Flash doesn't, die when he's reaching that speed. That's why it's like a magical protection around it.
Ah. Okay, so Cap, but also you said that like Superman is so fast that he can be everywhere at once.
Yes, technically.
How?
In our perception,
I had to hold on this because I don't know that I can't fathom that.
So here's the thing, the faster you move, the slower you experience time. This is physics, okay? So if you are moving in near light speed, time cannot keep up with you, or at least the perception of time that you have as a human or a normal functioning creature, it's not going to be the same. So basically, so light can reach everything faster. So if I drop this takes a while to go because it has mass and everything. So if light doesn't take that, light would go instantly, or to us, it's very instant. So if someone can move in that same speed, the lights get, like if Superman can move in light speed, he's going to drop before this handkerchief drops to the ground. So it's technically faster than anything.
Do you know, like the thing I'm just like Capelthave, like with the absolute like greatest respect, like the fact that you've now made me feel like the complete idiot here, and I can't like question anything. I just think you're a genius now. So like you're so far above my level, Commander.
Capelthave, a question. Since Barry Allen, he's the Flash, right?
Yes.
Since Barry Allen is spending so much time at near light speed, we all understand the theory of relativity, and we've all seen the movie Flight of the Navigator. So since he's spending so much time at near light speed, why isn't everybody on Earth dead? Or like all his friends, they'd be dead, right? Because he experiences time differently than they do. So he would be much younger than everyone, and everybody would be dead. By the time he shows up to solve the problem that he got summoned to solve, everyone would be dead.
Yeah, that's the Speed Force's fault. The Speed Force is particularly the magical object that... So the thing is, if something like the Flash reaches light speed in our planet, it would have catastrophic outcomes, okay? It's like possibly combustion, something bigger than a nuclear explosion, something like that. But because he's covered by the Speed Force, nothing happens. Basically, Speed Force is magic.
Okay.
So why don't they call the Speed Force the MacGuffin Force, Cap?
Yeah. Okay, but hang on.
It is basically it.
Wait a minute. I've got a bigger issue here. So the Flight of the Navigator, right? So it's like it's going really far out into space, and like time is different there. And so now when he returns, he's still a child, and they're all old. But or whatever it was, I forget. So like if he goes out and it could be like, oh, they're all old, and he's still young over here. Wouldn't by the time he gets back, like it just caught up and like corrected itself?
If he comes back to near light speed, he's still going to be far younger than that.
Yeah, but how come he can like go? How can he come back at that speed if it's to do with?
If he's near, yeah, go.
It's not the time.
Yeah.
It's not that time moves differently out there. It's that moving at near light speed, you age more slowly. So if he goes near light speed out there and then near light speed back, it's going to be double the effects as if he had just, cruised back at normal speed.
Yeah,
And
I don't
also,
believe this.
And also, if you're around something that's massive enough to warp time and space, that also it's not really time travel, it's actually time dilation. So black holes kind of do this. So if you go near a black hole, you're going to experience time far differently than anyone else.
Black hole spewing time, energy supply low. What? Jimmy Mac? No, nothing.
The dwarf?
Yeah, I said black hole instead of white hole. Yeah. Okay. DB, you look like you're in a great lot of pain from this.
Yeah, if you go through everything that you just said, Cap, and you consider the notions of time and going around the world and dropping a napkin and the idea of getting to that napkin before the napkin drops, I think it's important to note that everything you said was boring.
I mean, think about it. That's how Superman works.
No.
Because if he moves near light speed, he can hit the ground before the handkerchief can hit the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, you would be in the
So
ground.
basically, I think what we've just established here is Cap is Mr. Fantastic and you're the Thing, DB.
Yeah, I am.
You're like,
right.
smash!
It's clobbering time!
That's the one.
I'm not a scientist. I'm just spitting out other scientists have said on YouTube. I just have that knowledge. I'm just spitting out what they said.
Yeah. Wow, okay, the real question, Jimmy Mac, is which one of us is the invisible girl?
Why, this gal right beside me.
Whoa! Right, okay, so special guest star Jessica Alba. Okay, so coming back to look, we're gonna move on from this in a second, but I think we did get kind of off topic with Superman and Flash. So we had a couple of examples, like on screen that I remember. The first one, well, I'll go in reverse order. So in Justice League, the Joss Whedon cut, like the movie ends where they're going to have like a race, and they don't answer things in it. But we see in both versions of Justice League that as the Flash is going towards like evil dead Superman suddenly can like see him and he can like be faster than the Flash. So I think it's like, you know,
not technically faster, but on spar speed with him.
Well, are you saying that it was attacked because it seemed like the Flash wasn't able to outmaneuver him, and like Superman was able to hit him?
Yes, I think it's generally that Barry was surprised that
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
The other
and
one,
also
though,
he was an idiot. And also, remember, he was an idiot in the Joss Whedon cut. Flash was literally an idiot who didn't know to do the simple things. He didn't even know to get someone out and in.
Okay, DB?
Let's say that they both one goes one way. Let's say they're equal. They have equal power. One goes one way and one goes the other way, and that's right. Whoever's going in the direction that Earth is already going is probably going to be the one who wins, because unless they start from the Earth stopped.
Ooh, that's an interest. Yeah, but wouldn't Superman make the Earth spin the opposite way? Because we know he can do that.
Right, he would do that. Wouldn't that be what the Flash would do too, essentially?
Well, we don't know that. We only know for a fact that Superman can do it. Jimmy Mack.
I have another question for Capelthave. Do you think that the reason that Keanu Reeves is aging so gracefully is because he spent so much time on that bus that couldn't go less than 50 miles an hour?
A really good
because you said bus, I can't say that, because bus... There's actually interesting thing... There was an interesting that I said this to David. You know, a person who saw Back to the Future and thought he could time travel, because they mentioned the speed in the card speed meter. They said, like, if you hit that speed, you can time travel. That's what Doc Brown said. And then this guy thought, you know what? I can't build a time machine, but I can definitely get a car up to that speed. And he tried it, and he basically got into an accident.
Okay, so just checking here, out of anyone in the room who drives, has anyone driven up to 88 miles per hour?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so the other thing I was going to say, though, the other example, in Smallville, there was an episode where we get the Flash. Here comes Andrew. Right, but there was an episode where we get the Flash, and they're as fast as each other. But then at the end, suddenly they're going on a race, and then just the Flash goes much, much faster. So it would suggest in the Smallville universe, like, the Flash is faster.
I have another question for Capelthave.
Okay.
Do you think that the reason that Paul Rudd has aged so gracefully is because he spent so much time in the quantum realm?
That could be true.
Okay, so on that note, who has or hasn't aged gracefully within like the superhero world? Thor.
Whiplash from Iron Man.
I mean, Thor would get stronger as he ages. So in that sense,
assume that Doctor Doom's scars got worse.
Yeah. Well, no, I was just thinking, like, obviously he's had health problems, but Val Kilmer doesn't look like he could continue to play Batman, whereas Michael Keaton is.
Oh, right, yeah, no.
You mean the actor?
Well, yeah. Well, he said Paul Rudd. Like, you know. Anyway, we're slightly off topic there, I guess.
So back to the speed question. So the thing is, I think it's canon that Flash is much faster than Superman. Superman is slightly so, but even still, he's enough to do all these magical things as well. But there's a film theory video where it suggests is that if Flash and Superman do race at the end of the movie, that's going to be the end of the Earth. Because the reason why Flash runs fast because of the Speed Force, and it protects everything around him and also him as well. Superman only runs fast because of his muscles. So if something that can reach that speed instantly in our planet, that would devastate our planet, actually. It will actually destroy it.
Okay, but hang on. If Superman can be everywhere at once, then what...
He's fast enough to be omnipresent, at least from our perspective.
But like, so why couldn't he just like find Lois Lane when like Lex Luthor was? I don't even know where she is.
There's some actually, the How It Should Have Ended video channel actually made with Lex Luthor making a thread that I have your mother. You have 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have 1 hour to kill Batman, and then just Superman just flies up because like in the start of the movie. I think he flew from America to somewhere in the Middle East to save Lois Lane.
Yeah, he did.
Like in this instant. The Gotham is like probably 5 minutes away, and he also has X-ray vision, and he could basically see everything, and technically it wouldn't make sense. That movie doesn't make sense, but...
Yeah.
He could rule Earth. Superman should probably rule Earth.
Well, again, in Justice League, that's what it was hinting, that like Lois will die and then Superman will turn evil.
That plan makes sense though, because in that plan, Joker didn't kidnap Lois Lane. He basically drugged Superman, thinking that Lois Lane was Doomsday. So Superman himself killed Lois Lane. That's what it made actual sense, but in here it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so let's just whilst we're on this whole Justice League route, do we think we're going to get a sequel to Justice League, or do we think we're going to get... Because literally, I shared it with you guys on a group chat earlier, audience. I'll just fill you guys in. There's this thing going around where this year there are 4 different actors who will be playing Batman at the cinema. Like, we've just got Robert Pattinson as Batman in The Batman. Keanu Reeves is playing Batman as like a voiceover in like the League of Super Pets or something. And then we get at least Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton in the Flash movie. And there could be more. So, like, does this mean that... Does it matter? Like, if, like, Robert Pattinson's, like, Batman, so we can't really continue Justice League. It looks like DC just don't either know what they're doing or they don't care.
They're just throwing stuff and see what it would stick.
Okay,
I think
DB?
if they did Justice League, they'd have to start over again.
What?
I think that they would have to start over again from scratch. They would have to get all new actors. You know, how are you gonna is Robert Pattinson gonna? I don't see.
No, but this is the point. Like in the Flash, it's gonna have the Justice League Flash, and it will have Ben Affleck, and then it's gonna have Michael Keaton. So it's just gonna say we can mix and match basically.
Yeah, but basically they could basically do this kind of reset that they did with the new Loki thing, where there's multiverse.
Yeah, well, so that's what they are doing.
Yeah, basically Flash can, because they're not going to lose Gal Gadot and what's Jason Momoa. They're definitely not going to lose them.
Wonder Woman did really badly. Wonder Woman did really 1984 did really bad.
But still, they can still.
They still announced the third one. They announced the third one.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I still don't understand why Aquaman is still the most popular of all the DC movies. It's made the most money. I don't see it. I really don't understand why people would be so interested in Aquaman. It's like a big joke.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I've seen bits of it. I'm still not interested. Like in sitting through the. I feel like his character even slows down the movie, and not because I have a problem with Jason Momoa. I think he's great. But.
Maybe it's just a easy superhero like with a single narrative. I think because what's his name? The guy who did the movies. What's his name?
Do what movies?
You have to give us Superman, Justice League.
What? Snyder.
I think Snyder kind of made it pretentious and screwed it up so bad that Aquaman seems like a very clear movie with the same single narrative.
I think because they did his 3.5-hour movie, I think that was saying goodbye to...
I've been saying the conspiracy theory this whole time that like the reason they did the Snyder cut of Justice League was because the audience begged for it for years.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if we just say, we're going to give you Justice League 2 now, there's no fight. Whereas if they said, like, that's it, we're not going to do it, then everyone is still saying, restore the Snyderverse. And then, like, if they knew that they're doing Flash, which they are, which is going to have Ben Affleck in it again, I think they can just do something that at the end of that film, they're like, oh my God, they are going to continue, like, the Snyderverse. I think they are. I really think they are. Because literally, they don't seem to care. Like they're having 4 different Batman. Batman or whatever. We can touch on the Batman without giving spoilers, but obviously within the world of the Batman, it means that we're going to probably get, a future one which will have like the Joker, and then it might need a different Harlequin, and so on and so forth. And it's like, but then we had the movie Joker, which when you think about it, came out a couple of years ago, and even though he was a kid, there was another Bruce Wayne.
Do you think Joaquin Phoenix or Jack, I don't know his current name, Phoenix guy.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Guy. Yeah. Will he, is he like the superhero actor kind of material? Will he be continuing, being a part of a superhero universe?
No, come on, Joker was non-canonical,
Yeah, no.
And I like the movie Joker. I thought it was really cool, but only because that's the most faithful movie about the Joker that I've ever seen, because it delves so much into him being an unreliable narrator. And, to go back to Joker, I was losing my mind in the theater when they were implying that he was related to Bruce Wayne, but then they start to show that he can't be trusted. So I see that more as a character study of Joker, much more than that character ever coming back.
Yeah, but
I don't think it would happen.
Here's my other theory, right? So we know from Batman v Superman that you see the Robin suit of Jason Todd and he's dead, or is he? We never got actually really told that, or we got something in the Snyder Cut. I think Joaquin Phoenix's Joker did whatever to Jason Todd, who then carried on as the Joker.
And that would be, what's his name? The guy Joker from the Suicide Squad?
Yeah, Jared Leto.
Oh no! Kill that timeline! Kill that timeline!
Burn it down.
Why not?
No, I going back to the Joker, I view that movie as more like sort of an Elseworlds thing. It's completely separate from anything else. It's just a standalone.
I also think about the movie, you can take the Joker out of the Joker and it could be the same movie. It doesn't need the Joker to be that movie.
Wait, didn't you just a minute ago, you said that Aquaman slows down the Aquaman movie? What is this, DB? It's like, if you remove the main character, it'll be much better.
Movie, but just story-wise, I don't think it had to be the Joker.
It could have, so you're saying it could have been, yeah, I get that.
And another thing, one more point about that. You mentioned, the Batman in the sequels bringing up a new Harley Quinn. There's no way. I mean, Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn as much as I think Arlene Sorkin was, in Batman the Animated Series. You can't recast, at least not at this point in history.
But
you can't recast.
Okay, but you say that, but then literally, if we're getting a new The Batman Joker, and we had Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, and then Jared Leto was back as the Joker in the Snyder Cut, it's like, how can we it's fine to have 3 or 4 different Jokers.
Too many.
But they can have 4 or 5 Batman in a movie within 2 years.
There's also a TV show that was supposed to come on. There was also that one that was going to be different from Gotham, and it was going to be just a cop show with Batman. So it's sort of just it's like Law and Order with Batman and not all the other stuff.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It was supposed to be a different version of Gotham, and they were going to change the name, but it just didn't happen. That was supposed to happen in 2020.
Melrose Place with Batman.
Melrose Place. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
He moved in. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. So just again, so we're clear, in the room, who here has seen the Batman?
I haven't, but I don't mind spoiler. I don't care.
Well, we won't do spoilers.
I do care.
What's that, Andrew? No. We won't go into the spoilers. They're fairly impossible. They're fairly impossible to avoid spoilers at this stage, though. But do what you will. But for those who have, are there any non-spoiler impressions? Was it a good film? How did it match up to any of the others, or is that even unfair to do? Jimmy Mack.
I thought it was quite good. I was skeptical about Robert Pattinson, but in the first fight that he was in, he was the first guy he knocked out. He just kept hitting him, and I was like, yes, this is the brutal, angry Batman. This is the Batman that I love. but he doesn't kill, which is important to me. I thought the cast was stellar, but because they had so many amazing actors in it, I didn't think Andy Serkis quite had the chops to do Alfred. And same deal with Catwoman. And to say this as non-spoilery as possible, and we were talking about on the group thread whether she should have even kind of been in the movie. I don't think Zoe Kravitz quite had it. And again, as non-spoilery as possible, if you're going to change the her backstory to that degree, it needs to serve a purpose. And even in the context of the movie, I didn't think that it was justified to change her backstory. Like
certainly.
I'm just going to say, hit me if you can, guys. But the thing is, I never liked Catwoman and Batman. I never liked that pair. Because I grew up with the series, the Justice League, and there was Wonder Woman and Batman were a pair in that animated series. So I always assumed that they were the pair, and I only then later on learned that there's a Catwoman. I mean, the bat and the cat, it's too furry.
Well, it's always a rocky relationship, since she errs more on... Well, they're both working outside the law, but Batman fights more for justice, and she's a thief, and breaks bad and stuff like that. But, I don't mind having that relationship in there again if it's justified. But
I'm okay with the character Catwoman. I didn't even mind the Halle Berry movie. I just watched it.
What?
I've never seen it.
I didn't mind it, okay?
Oh my
I didn't
God.
hate it. It was on. I was like, okay, fine. Yeah, okay, there's a lady who behaves like a cat. It's funny. Ha ha.
Okay, so we can go into spoiler territory for Catwoman. Sorry, Jimmy Mac. Right. It is so awful. It's like, well, it's watchable enough, but literally the idea is that there's like the main villain is a woman who has like a de-aging cream, right? And so Catwoman, she's Catwoman and she gets her powers because cats nibble on her fingers or whatever. But literally at the end, the woman with de-aging cream is like fighting Catwoman, like hand-to-hand combat. It's like, all you've got is that you look slightly less old. No, it's like you look slightly less old. Where are you getting your super strength from?
Was that de-aging cream, did it come from Daggett Industries? Can we assume that villain is Clayface?
Do you know what? I watched it once, and I took the shower afterwards and tried to wash it away. But
David, there's actually a PC game just based off that movie, and I played it. And let me tell you, it's one of the most frustrating games ever.
Why?
So not only like the combat, because the character is pretty weak. Okay, so the combat is also rough, but the most rough about it is the puzzle platform. So like in God of War and all these games that you have some sort of plus. Basically, she sucks. Okay, she can't jump that low. You can't basically control her, and you have to do these insane jumps in the game. I basically uninstalled the game 2 times. This was like when I was 10, 11, when I was playing this game. And you know the thing, if you stopped doing anything, if you're literally frustrated and you just walked away from the game, she starts to do a slow-mo, sexy dance. Okay? If you move away from the keyboard.
Well,
so I
yeah.
was like, you know what? Finally, this game has some worth.
Okay, well there you go. So okay, coming back to the Batman, I'll give you a couple of thoughts I had, and again be non-spoilery with it. My couple of thoughts on it is that there were some characters which I felt it's funny. A big criticism that people have is that it's too long. That it's like a long film at 3 hours. The weird thing about it is that to me it was 3 hours, and yet there are some characters that are barely in it. And the biggest character that I felt was like barely in it was Bruce Wayne, because I felt like there wasn't much of Bruce Wayne being Bruce Wayne. It was just like there was like all of the superheroes. Sorry?
Emo Bruce Wayne?
Well, no, but like the thing is, with so many of the superheroes, and I know Marvel have kind of ignored a lot of this, it's that double life kind of thing. And we get almost like no hint of like this double life, the keeping up appearances or anything. That was severely lacking for me to get a sense of like who the character Bruce Wayne is, and like because that's a big part of the struggle of like you can be here, you can observe stuff, because if he's the greatest detective ever, it's like there wasn't much of it in terms of him just being Bruce Wayne. But so that was one thought. But like the biggest thing that I took from it was that I felt like, and I said this before, I felt that, you know, the Batman was to the Batman franchise what the Amazing Spider-Man was to the Spider-Man franchise, in that it felt like, well, it's got a new actor and it's a reboot, but realistically it's just a couple of details have been changed, but it just feels like a continuation of what came before. There wasn't enough new about it. If you took out a couple of details where they like altered the backstory, it felt like, well, this is just a sequel to the Christopher Nolan films where they've recast it. Like, there were so many things that were just...
Sequel or prequel?
Well, like, you could fit this probably in between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. And it would, and if you just change a couple of details, it would fit really well. Because without going into spoilers, they don't do the whole origin story thing again. Like, we've got so many times of seeing...
No,
like,
no Martha?
Well, I won't go into the whole thing. Like, it's relevant stuff, but they don't like just replay it as if like, oh my gosh, we didn't know this was about to happen.
Not have Martha.
But like the thing is, it just felt like there was so many things that happen in it where I was like, well, that happened in The Dark Knight, or that happened in Justice League, and it just felt like it was a remix of things I'd seen before. Jimmy Mack.
Yeah, I'll say a few things. I'm one of the people who thought it was too long. That said, I don't think there's that much you can cut out of it. You know, it never like slowed down. I thought it never really got bogged down. I really liked that. I think this is probably the first Batman movie where we do see Batman as the world's greatest detective. You know, I'm not that interested in Bruce Wayne. I get that we do need to see the duality and everything, but that said, Bruce Wayne is like one of the least interesting characters in Batman. I bought a ticket to the Batman, not to Bruce Wayne, billionaire playboy. You know, and let me say, I feel what you're saying about this being a soft reboot, but I wouldn't liken it to The Amazing Spider-Man because Robert Pattinson can act and Andrew Garfield.
Whoa! What, you don't think Andrew Garfield can act?
But here's the thing, though.
Win an Oscar in a couple of weeks.
I've not seen it. Oh yeah, TV was in the chat with him.
Win an Oscar.
So here's the thing that I want DB's story to be more important than this. But here's the thing, though. In Andrew Garfield's version is that there was more of Peter Parker. There was this whole relationship going on with Gwen Stacy. There were more scenes with him. But I've not seen this Batman film, but from what I'm getting from David is that you don't get that much scenes of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, well, again, I just felt like there wasn't really a distinction between Batman and Bruce Wayne. And yeah, like, but one of the other things, and this one I can go into what would be spoilers, because if you've seen the trailer, you've kind of seen it. Like, this whole idea of like we're going to make things like more grounded, and like obviously, again, if you look at the Spider-Man films from any era, they've always gone with the idea, well, the Green Goblin can't literally be a Green Goblin guy, so we need to make him have a mech suit. And we always need to come up with, oh, there's a science reason for why everything can happen. And then, like, the Dark Knight trilogy went the route of, well, Bane's just a big guy and he's got a respirator. And Scarecrow, he literally just has this mask, but then he's just a guy in a suit. He's not like a Scarecrow or anything. And this one, like, literally, if you look at Catwoman, and you can see this in, like, the promo pictures, she's just got, like a ski mask on, where it's the complete opposite to regular Catwoman, where it's just like a face mask here. You can see her whole face, and it's just like a strip across here. And there are just like these little bumps where to suggest ears. But then she's got claws. And 1 second, Jimmy Mac, right? And so literally, it's just like, so she's Catwoman, but why? Why has she decided to be someone modelled on a cat? And this costume is like, it's not at all iconic, it's lame. And the Penguin, it's literally just the guy who played Tony Soprano, but it's a suit. You know what I mean? It's literally like, well, I think he died, didn't he? I forget the actor's name. But it's like you wanted him, and so you got a skinny guy and just did him up with makeup and called him the Penguin. And then the Riddler costume, you look at a photo of it, you tell me that isn't like a cheap version of trying to make the supervillain Frogman. The floor is yours.
Yeah, just gonna add that when you saw the ski mag, did they make a throwback line where Batman says, "I'm not wearing a hockey mask"?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I felt like as a society, and when I say that, I mean just I feel like Hollywood finally
We
figured
live
that out.
in a society.
In a society where Hollywood was not allowed to wear the costumes. Yeah, in X-Men, you know, like right around the turn of the millennium, you know, they're all dressed in black leather because they couldn't wear the costumes. But Marvel figured it out. They figured out how to earn everybody wearing their goofy ass, or at least pretty close to their goofy ass comic book costumes. But DC, like, why is DC still operating off the rules that we decided 20 years ago? Why can't DC get with the times? By the way, Batman is like my most favorite comic book hero, but like the movies, man, they're not keeping up the way the Marvel movies are.
There's the thing though, like Batman Begins, I would say, like if you look at Batman Begins and if you see Iron Man 1, it's basically really the same. And we would completely say that it's just, it has more color. That's a bit different.
Well, I would agree with you there. Yes, that's you remember me saying that from a while ago. I do think Marvel is just more colorful. I think that's part of why it's more popular.
And it's also works because like Tony, when he's like designing the suit, the first suit he designed is just a silver suit, and then afterwards he looks at the car and says, "Yeah, I want something like that." And then I think the computer makes a comment that like, weren't you be inconspicuous? No, I guess no. Weren't you meant to be, not seen? And he's like, yeah, that. why would I do that? I want to be seen. So it kind of goes with the character, the narcissist billionaire type. But yeah, I mean, Superman was colorful enough, right?
Well, wait a minute,
I hate the idea that a billionaire needs to save us. I love Batman. But I like that we need a billionaire to save us is like a trope of society that I hate.
But, I mean, that's just to justify all of his gadgets and everything. At least to my mind.
Superman's a farm boy.
I know, but he's an alien and a boy.
He's a superpowered guy.
So overpowered that there's never been an interesting story written about him, except for Red Sun. Okay, so the main difference between Iron Man and The Dark Knight, or rather Batman Begins, is that Iron Man, he got to wear the suit. Yeah, he doesn't have a butler named Jarvis, but he has, the AI system named Jarvis, that becomes its own thing.
You know the weird thing, Jimmy Mac?
Real quick, Kat. The difference, though, is that Ra's al Ghul, is he truly immortal, or, is it all in Batman's mind? He can't drive a goddamn cool Batmobile. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm pissed off about Batman Begins. He's got the Tumbler. It's the ugliest Batmobile in the world. It's so stupid. Fuck you. Fuck you, Christopher Nolan. You made 3 good movies, but you spoiled every movie to come after. It's like George Lucas. Yeah, guess what? You created Star Wars, and then you spent the rest of your life ruining it.
Wait, so how did Christopher Nolan ruin every movie after?
Because Zack Snyder, that idiot, I'm sorry, David. Okay, so he came along and he had made 300, which is a terrible movie. And then because he's very good with visuals, he made Watchmen. All he had to do was look at the graphic novel and create it and put those images on screen. And then Zack Snyder name-checked himself twice in Watchmen. And I like Watchmen. I really enjoy the movie. But then, he started thinking he knew what was up with comics. He's not a good director. He's a very good visual guy. Let him do the visuals, but bring in someone who knows. I'm sorry, I'm getting upset.
I agree with Jimmy Mac on Man. The thing is, I'm not sure Jimmy Mac likes Man of Steel, but I love Man of Steel. And that movie, I think Snyder was the director, but I think the script was more influenced by Nolan. So it was more consistent. Yeah, it was more consistent. Didn't have that much idiotic plot holes like Batman vs Superman or the Justice League. So I kind of agree with Jimmy Mac, but again, okay. The point I was earlier trying to make is that there was the first time that I saw the Avengers with the animation cartoon, and Jarvis was literally a butler to Tony Stark. So I was like, so this is basically Batman in a robot costume. My first impression of Tony Stark was that, yeah.
Okay, so I want to pick up there about like the Tumblr and stuff. Like, anyone like DB, Andrew, like jump in on this by all means. Like, if I know if you hadn't seen the recent The Batman, but like in terms of the Batmobile, which is the best Batmobile ever? Anyone?
Oh man, sorry.
I just literally said DB and Andrew because they haven't getting a word in much, and you guys
I like that the one from the '69 show. I like the '68.
The 69.
The '69 show. Andrew, you missed the beginning where we were hearing about all kinds of stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah, no, literally, you watch this back. Okay, Andrew, which is your favourite of the Batmobiles and why?
Oh, sorry, Jimmy. I love the Tumbler.
Why? Literally, why? No, the thing about it, I think it looks really ugly.
Yeah, it's a tank. You can't show up to parties in that.
Well, it does a lot of damage.
So for like practical reasons and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus,
Cap?
I do like the Batmobile that was used in the Suicide Squad Justice League. It was just in the Justice League was completely ruined by being surrounded by so much CG.
Not the Justice League, Andrew, but that's kind of same design was in Suicide Squad, but also in Batman vs Superman. That design was the same design,
Batman vs Superman is the film I meant, but it's surrounded by so much CG.
Guns.
It's a very good, it's a very nice looking Batmobile, but it's especially Batman v Superman. It's wasted, like completely wasted. At least the Tumbler is used in some good action sequences.
Yeah. Okay, Cap. What one do you think?
I think it's the Arkham Knight one, which was in the game. Which the thing is, it transforms into a tank, and if you don't transform it, it kind of works like a car. So it kind of does both. But yeah, you can basically break Quicksilver with it. But the one in the cartoon, there was a 2003 cartoon, Batman the Animated Series. In that cartoon, there was this car that was awesome. That I really love that. And I kind of think the new Batman movie was kind of inspired by that because it looks more like a car.
Right. Okay, so hang on. I've basically got like a list here. I don't know what website this is on. Pocket Lint, so giving them their credit where it's due. So like for your consideration, so there we've got the 1960s one.
Mine.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I can be like change my mind, but the one that came to my head is like the 1989 like Batmobile. Like that is just so awesome. The way it comes up. Yeah. Whatever the hell that pointy knob on the front is, I don't know. Just fantastic. But I didn't even really remember. Like, I can't remember. It doesn't show a good picture, but we have a different one in Batman Returns. But then I think this is the animated series one, which is pretty good.
Yeah, and a lot of the animated series was based on...
No, not that one.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let's scroll down. Whilst I'm there. Now, look, I'm going to be honest. The Batman Forever one, it's kind of like the 89 one, but I quite like all these ridges in it.
But you know the one with Jim Carrey Batmobile? That thing looks like not like a machine, more like some sort of demon car from...
It bounced around a lot. I remember in the film, it was like bounce.
Yeah, and then here's the Tumbler.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? That's not a very good picture, but...
Yeah.
Well, I didn't control the pictures, but like... It's just got like these big, like massive wheels on the front.
The thing about the Tumbler, it looks better in motion than stationary.
Okay, so there's the Arkham one, Cap.
Yeah.
I can get it in focus.
Yeah, that's hard.
Like, again, it's not like doing it the most justice to be able to justice. Batman v Superman. Like, apparently that's it, which I think that's a terrible picture. I don't know what the hell that is.
Looks like a bug.
It does. I thought it looked like it's got like bug wings or something, like a ladybird. Okay, and is there another one I've skipped? I can't remember. But then you can't really see it. But I think the Batman one. Oh look, there's my webcam. Kind of looks a bit like the 1960s one, but updated. Like if it got some red trim on it.
Looks like a Mustang.
In the Batman, he was in year 2 of fighting crime, so...
This was the animated one that I grew up with.
So is it from the story year 2 from Batman?
It's influenced heavily on that. But let me say this, I was watching in the theater. I went to see it yesterday. I had a couple of drinks in me. Mild spoilers. The Batmobile sequence. I was having so much fun. It's worth the price of admission just for that sequence. I wanted to yell out Yippee Skippy, and it took every ounce of energy I had not to yell out Yippee Skippy during the Batmobile sequence.
Okay, well, what's Yippee Skippy? Is that a reference to something?
Nothing, no. It was just out of my gut. I wanted to yell Yippee Skippy.
Wow. Okay, so DB, yours is the 1960s one. Cap, you said the Arkham one. Andrew, you're the Tumblr. Jimmy Mac, which was yours?
The first Michael Keaton Batman.
I think, like, in my head, when I think of the Batmobile, that's what I think of. It really is.
Isn't it just a one-seater, though?
Yeah, I really like the one from animated series, but a lot of the visual elements of animated series came from, especially Batman Returns. You know, that's where we got the little fat penguin. They cleaned him up a lot. You know, he wasn't as grotesque as Danny DeVito's, but you know that's where we started getting the short, fat, flippery penguin.
But here's the thing, though. So I understand that the more I think about it, it's like the Batman having all these gadgets and all, but it's like appearing as literal gadget. Doesn't it make sense for the world to go, oh, who can afford these gadgets? Oh, it's that billionaire guy, the one billionaire guy we have in the city that barely shows up to anything.
Well, yeah, see, there are definitely, like, seriously, like, you know, I've got a cousin who's a police officer, and one of the things I learned is that, everyone's like, right, but like, if you're a police officer, often you'll work in a different town to the one you live in. And, like, it's just like, why doesn't, like, Batman go and help Metropolis? And, like, Clark Kent goes and helps Gotham. You just, you know, do a wife swap or something.
If he, like, given to the Mystique...
They don't have a very good transportation system, so that's why.
True.
So, the thing is, like, if Batman's, like, given to the... So, everyone, when first Batman came, everyone thought he was some sort of vampire thing. That would work in his favor, that assuming this is a supernatural being that's fighting crime, than just a literal guy with gadgets. And we can know that he was just a man, and it works with the story and makes him the underdog superhero, but he could have the presentation of being something more than a human. Otherwise, you know, just point fingers. Oh, it's Bruce Wayne, it's Batman. Yeah, it's him.
Maybe. I like in like the Dark Knight trilogy that they have like Morgan Freeman's character, Lucius Fox, whatever. Yeah. And it's kind of like, well, you've got an R&D department. It makes sense. Someone had to build these things.
Yeah, and Lucius Fox was there in animated series. Were you not big on that on animated series, Dave?
Wait, so that character came from like the 90s Batman the Animated Series?
Yeah, there was Lucius Fox there. He didn't have as big a part as he did in the trilogy. But
no, I didn't remember that. I wasn't a huge fan of the animated series, but like because I saw it in the early 90s, like I loved Batman and Batman Returns and stuff. The animated show, and maybe this was just at the time, I was used to animated shows like Tom and Jerry or Thundercats. It was just so serious for me. Yeah, I just found it so serious. Like there was like actual dialogue scenes and stuff. I was like, what's going on?
No, I loved it because, you know, I had seen Batman in the theaters, I had seen Returned in the theaters, and then our local channel started showing the 60s Batman, and I was like, what is this shit? Like, this ain't my Batman. And
yeah, so Jimmy.
Wait, you saw the animated series before you saw the 60s Batman?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I saw it the other way around.
Yeah, Jimmy,
but I hadn't seen. Sorry, 1 second, Cap. I hadn't seen, the full episodes of the Adam West. And by the way, the cartoons, I don't think they drew any of the female characters with less than a C cup, and at that point in my life, I really appreciated that.
And the thing with Jimmy, the same thing happened to me. So I grew up with this Batman. This was the first time that I saw Batman. No, I saw him just like this is the Batman series that I saw. It was a 2003 series. So I pretty much liked that series because, you know, I saw it first. But then the season, basically the cartoon ended. So they showed the old Batman, the animated series, one from the 90s. And I was like, what? This is not my Batman. He has a literal rope that he has to throw. My Batman is super cool.
So what was your Batman, Cap, if it wasn't the animated series?
No, this animated series.
What was that animated series? What was it called?
It's plainly Batman. I think it came out in 2004 or 3.
What?
I'll get the picture.
Oh my God.
I'll get the picture on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know the weird thing? So it bases on a younger Batman, somewhat similar to the current movie one.
But
the
it
thing
wasn't
is
Batman
that
Begins.
It was sort of like, I think it was before or just after the movie came out. So
Oh no, not
this
Batman
one
Begins. What's the one I mean? What is the Batman where it's like Batman's old and there's a new Batman?
Oh, Dark Knight Returns.
No. There's like
Batman Beyond. No,
Batman
this is
Beyond.
not
Batman Beyond. Oh, okay.
This is not Batman Beyond. This is Batman. It has Alfred. I'll get that picture, and he looks so cool. I love this so much because I mean, you know, I fell into the trap where I saw Batman and I thought he legit had powers because he was drawn that and the action scenes were made that way. So I assumed, okay, he has powers and everything, but he didn't. And then I learned the whole thing. But my Batman fought Dracula. Okay, my Batman literally fought Dracula. Let me get
That's
that
pretty
picture
cool.
on
That's
the-
pretty cool. Okay, guys, I will just say that, just so we have a couple of more like gamify rounds, just so
Was it
like
that? No. You already see that?
we can see it up.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
You're just showing us the words Batman.
And I've seen the pictures. The animation is familiar. The animation is a little different than the one you're thinking about.
Okay.
Lost my phone.
So anyway, let's move on, just because in a few minutes we're gonna have the show will have to end and we'll go on to Xstreamed. But let's do a couple of gamify things. This turned into a bigger discussion. Oh yeah, look that. I'm not keen on that design. Those eyes, literally
this is just a poster, but definitely the animation is way better.
like his
Yes,
eye is
there's-
literally up here.
Yeah, that though. It's
No,
more
it
like,
looks-
you know, that
It does look kind of racist.
Gives him more peripheral vision. I mean, it's good.
It's a bat! It's a bat!
Yeah,
And also,
it's
this is like-
peripheral vision. You're right.
And
Okay.
also, this thing moves like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to every emotion. That I know it doesn't make sense, but this is like he's like this and sharp and everything. Yeah, it's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do a group category battle. So Cap, you will be 1. I will be 2. Jimmy Mac, you will be 3. Andrew, you will be 4. DB, you will be 5. I think I will choose the first category here, which will be Batman characters. Batman characters based on our lengthy discussion here of all things Batman. So Cap, you can start us off. If you want to add numbers to your thing, you're welcome to. So I will be number 2, Jimmy Mac number 3, Andrew 4, 5DB and Cap 1. So Capple Fave, you will start us off with Batman characters. Go.
Batman!
Harley Quinn.
Bruce Wayne.
Lucius Fox.
The Joker.
Penguin.
I didn't catch that, Cap.
The Penguin.
Two-Face.
Killer Croc.
Alfred Pennyworth.
Ra's al Ghul.
King Shark.
Poison Ivy.
Maxie Zeus.
Harvey Dent, Two-Face.
Oh, didn't we say Two-Face?
Harvey Dent, we said Harvey Dent.
Well, no, we definitely said
Two-Face.
Two-Face. We definitely said
Yeah.
Two-Face.
Alright.
Oh, so Andrew, would you like to select the next category for us? You score a point.
Wait, you know the weird thing, like Andrew said Harvey Dent first, and so Jimmy Mac said Bruce Wayne, and I said the Batman. So
Do you know, I don't know if there's...
Bruce Wayne is a very important character.
Yeah, do you know, well, it's an interesting thing. Like, it's a bit dodgy, obviously, but there might be a way to justify... Because, like, literally, if we're about to get The Flash, and there is Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck, they're not the same character. So, in that sense, we could allow it just. But, Andrew, would you like to choose the next category?
Yes. Names of crew members on the Nebuchadnezzar in the Matrix films. Anyone that was a crew member on the Nebuchadnezzar in the Matrix
What,
film.
like Best Boy Grip?
No,
He meant in
No.
Matrix.
could that be simplified to Matrix characters?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah,
characters
Matrix,
from the Matrix. You're
Yeah,
like
that's-
crew members on Nebuchadnezzar. I was like, what is that? I thought, is that a movie?
There's-
So, like, Second assistant AD. No, okay, so characters from the Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm out. Okay, Andrew, if you stop your video, and DB, you start us off.
Morpheus.
Cap.
Neo.
Trinity.
Cypher.
Ajax.
The Oracle.
Agent Smith.
Buck.
The Philanderer.
I don't think that's true, is it? Okay, DB, would you like to choose the next category for us?
Girlfriends of superheroes.
Girlfriends of superheroes. I love
Or
it.
boyfriends of superheroes, if you can find any.
Okay. Okay, so DB, if you stop your camera view.
Right.
Okay. Well, now, do you know what? Like, I've messed up my settings, so now it's just showing, like, DB's headshot, and it says Andrew 4. I don't know how to change that at this stage, but anyway,
No,
okay.
wait, so if the girlfriend is also another superhero, will it count?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Like, we're just going to end up saying everyone who's in a relationship. But the person they're going out with has got to have some sort of
Romantic
justice,
attachment.
justify for why they're a superhero. Right, okay? So you can't say Jimmy Olsen's girlfriend, because he isn't a superhero.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, right, okay. Cap, go for it.
Wonder Woman, Batman's girlfriend. What?
Catwoman, Batman's girlfriend.
Nikki Vale, Batwoman's girlfriend. Batman's girlfriend.
Yeah, I thought you meant that as a joke.
Cap.
Lois Lane, Superman's girlfriend.
Lana Lang, Superman's girlfriend.
Case Meridian, Batman's girlfriend.
Iris, Flash's girlfriend.
Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man's girlfriend.
Mary Jane, Spider-Man's girlfriend.
Shit. April O'Neil, Casey Jones's girlfriend.
Nice.
MJ, Spider-Man's girlfriend. Different universe.
Gambit. Rogue, Gambit's girlfriend.
Kitty Pryde, Iceman's girlfriend.
Phoenix, Cyclops' girlfriend.
Who's next?
I don't have it.
Oh!
You know what, Jimmy Mac, you can also say Jean Grey, Wolverine's girlfriend. That was the fly.
Yeah.
No, my brain
That was my next plan, actually.
We could have literally gone for Wonder and Vision, to be honest.
I didn't think you guys were going to do that well for that round.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, we know the girlfriends.
Yeah, we do. Okay, Jimmy Mac, you score 3 points there. Would you like to give the next category?
Oh, man. Okay. Movies that are parodies of sci-fi films.
I can't believe you're making us go into porn parodies.
Yeah.
So, movies that are parodies of sci-fi films. Okay. Cap, do you have any? Do you know any? I don't think I know any.
Spaceballs.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh,
Okay.
why is my camera on?
Okay, Cap, go for it.
Baseball?
This one's going to be slightly controversial, but I'm going to say Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean's special of Doctor Who.
Oh no, that is fair enough. I'm going to say you can have that. Let me see if I can come up with another one. Scary Movie 3.
Okay, Scary Movie 1.
But that's a horror. Scary Movie 3 is based on Signs.
Scary Movie 1 was based on, the ghost face killer thing?
Oh, fair enough. That's definitely a horror, but whatever. Okay, I Know What You Did Last Friday the 13th, which is a genuine film.
Scary Movie 5, which was based on the film Mom.
Okay. Oh, shit. Ben-Hur. No, I'm out. Right, okay, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back.
Great for Scary
Saturday
Movies.
the 14th.
What was that?
Saturday the 14th is one of the best horror parodies ever.
Wow. Okay. Awesome stuff. So, was it Saturday the 14th?
Yes.
Okay.
80s.
Right. So.
Sorry.
No, my bad. I keep interrupting. Right, let's go on to our finale round. We're going to do our impressions round. I'll give you each a bundle of impressions, of characters rather. You do your impressions in 90 seconds. Everyone who guesses one correctly gets a point, and one that someone guesses correctly, you get a point. So, let's see who will go first, and I can see that it's going to be Cap. So, Cap, here are your characters, and your time starts now.
I'm the Hulk when I'm human.
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Bruce Banner.
Correct. Skip. I'm the girl from Alien, the hero.
Buzz.
I think.
Buzz.
Ellen Ripley.
Correct. I am the reporter from the Spider-Man universe, the popular one.
Buzz? Peter... No, I don't know. Peter Parker.
No! I'm basically a meme.
A meme? A reporter?
I run the reporting
Buzz!
agency.
J.
Buzz.
Jonah Jameson.
Yes! Superman's main villain, one with the sword throat.
Buzz.
DB.
Lex Luthor.
No, the one that's about to show, we got a skid bit of trailer footage in the Snyder whole movie. We saw
I
he's
don't know
coming.
what it is, but okay.
Buzz.
Andrew?
Correct. I am Black Panther, my real name.
Buzz. T'Challa.
Correct. Skip. Oh, I'm one of the hated characters in Star Wars. Misa.
Buzz.
DB.
Jar Jar Binks.
Correct. I am that man's butler.
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Alfred Pennyworth.
Skip. I am, the tree thing, and I'm now
Buzz. Groot.
small.
Groot.
As small.
Oh.
Maybe
Buzz.
Buzz.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, go on.
I am the breathing lurks beneath the deep, Lovecraft's creation.
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Cthulhu.
Correct.
That is time.
I
That is
am-
time. That
no.
is time. Okay, well done. Let's see who else is going to go next. So, I can see that it is going to be Andrew. So, Andrew, sending you over your list. And here are your characters, and your time starts now.
Oh, again, Call of...
Buzz. Cthulhu.
Yeah. Victor Free's wife.
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Nora Freeze.
Female Netflix show.
Buzz. Jessica Jones.
Yep. You will be visited by 3 ghosts.
Buzz.
DB.
Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yep. I am...
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Iron Man.
No.
Buzz.
Buzz.
Cap.
Thanos.
No, the tree.
Buzz.
Not,
DB.
not small tree, the big one.
DB.
I am who I am?
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I am Groot.
Yes. Superman's alter ego.
Buzz. DB.
Bizarro Superman?
Buzz.
What? Jimmy Mac.
Clark Kent.
The Terminator. Come with me if you want to live.
Buzz. Kyle Reese.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy. Blonde hair.
Cap.
Blonde hair. The Queen.
Buzz. Adam Warlock.
Yes.
That is time. That is time, in fact. Sorry, that is time. Okay, well done. Let's see who we will have go next. Rolling the dice. It will be me. So everyone remember, keep track of how many you get correct. And my time starts now. Blah!
Buzz.
Cap.
Dracula.
Yes. I want my helmet back, and then I'm going to bounty hunt things. Cap.
Boba Fett?
Yes. That's my best, whatever accent he has. Right. Oh my god. He wants it, we need it, must have the precious DB.
Gollum.
Yes. Get your ass to Mars.
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Oh, no, his name,
Oh.
it's... Fuck.
Cap.
Total Recall.
Arnold.
No. DB.
John McClane.
No. Right.
Oh, that's my
Oh, Lois Lane, we need to print this story.
Oh, Buzz.
Buzz.
Andrew.
Perry White.
Yes. Let's have a look here. If you don't close down that reactor, I'm going to have you all arrested in our great city of New York. And then the... Yes, Jimmy Mac.
It's the EPA guy from Ghostbusters.
Yes, it is. DB.
I forgot his name.
Oh my god, so many random characters here. Go get him, Tiger.
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Mary Jane Watson.
Yes. And let's get one more. I've definitely run out of time. I just want to do one more. Right. Okay.
Buzz.
Jimmy. Oh, sorry. Andrew was first.
Gambit.
Yes, and that is time. Okay. So.
What was the Total Recall one?
Douglas Quaid.
Right. Quaid.
Yeah.
Quaid.
Yeah. Okay. So how many points do you guys need? Cap 1. Andrew 2. Jimmy Mac 1. And DB 2. 1, 2, which means I get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's have a look. Who has not had a go? Okay, rolling dice, and Jimmy Mac. Jimmy Mac.
The thing is, if he gets all Star Trek characters, but we won't be able to name any of them, but he would know them so well that he can do
This
them.
is true. Okay, so Jimmy Mac, sending over your list of characters, and your time starts now.
Skip. Main guy on Red Dwarf.
Buzz, Dave Lister.
Yes. Full name of the teenage vampire slayer girl.
Buzz.
DB. Andrew.
Buffy. I'm not gonna get it.
Buffy Summers.
Buffy Summers, correct. Also, I'm supposed to be doing impressions. Skip. I'm in New York.
Buzz,
Nice.
Hercules in New York.
Oh, forget what I said. But I am a big buff guy, probably played by Arnold.
Buzz, Conan.
Conan the Barbarian.
Why in New York?
Oh, boy, David Duchovny, we should really solve all of these X-Files.
Buzz, Scully, Dana Scully.
Dana Scully. I'm the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Oh, Buzz.
DB.
Donatello.
Obviously not.
Cap.
Raphael.
Raphael is correct. I'm the first Ant-Man.
Oh, Buzz. Oh, I don't know. DB.
Garrett Morris.
Good call. Give him a point for that, but not what I'm looking
Okay,
for.
Andrew.
Hank Pym.
Hank Pym is correct. Also, Garrett Morris. Skip. Hey, you guys.
Buzz, Sloth.
Buzz.
Sloth.
What is it?
Sloth.
Sloth is correct.
Okay, that is time. That is time.
Oh.
Okay, so DB. DB. It is all down to you. Let's get you your characters. Copying them over and sending them. Oops, can't make the screen big. There we go. So, DB, sending you your list of characters, and your time starts now.
Peter Pan. Buzz.
Cap.
Captain Hook.
Yes.
Buzz, C3PO.
The other one.
Oh, I don't know, do I? Jimmy Mac.
R2D2.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Buzz Bones.
But his real name.
Dr. McCoy. Leonard McCoy.
Yes. Buzz, skip. Harry, it's very important that you stay at,
Jimmy Mac.
Dumbledore?
Yes. Not the summer solstice, but the...
Buzz?
Jimmy Mac.
Winter solstice?
No, but the...
Winter Soldier?
Yes, there you go. Hey, all of you, and this fruit isn't ripe.
Fruit isn't ripe. Buzz, Snow White.
The fruit isn't right. God?
Nope.
Eve?
No. Okay, it's a bit from a movie. It's from one of those... Okay.
The porn parody.
I saw his card, and his card was better than mine, so it made me sweat.
Jimmy Mac.
Patrick Bateman, American Psycho.
Yes. Not the alien, but the...
Buzz.
Jimmy Mac.
Aliens.
Buzz Elliot.
Buzz.
No.
Buzz.
Andrew.
Predator.
Yes.
Okay, that is time. That is time. That is time. Like, when you were like, not the alien, I was like, oh, it's like the finger pointing thing. So. Elliot. Right, okay. Right, so, that brings us to the end. And at this stage, I can announce that our geek of the week is me! Is me. This is like the first time I've won this in months. I've never been so happy. Like, literally, I'm going to celebrate by having Mr. Game & Watch celebrate with me. So there we go.
Well deserved.
Yeah, it was very close though. Like, some of you had also scored points. So, with this, let's find out where we can find everyone on social media. Andrew, where can the people find you?
Not on social media.
Excellent. Back in the 80s. Right, Capelthave, where can the people find you?
You can find me here on a number of shows, or you can find me on SWAT Deeds, where I sing, dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I was the puppet. No, I worked with puppets. You can find that on YouTube and also on TikTok.
Okay, fabulous. Jimmy Mac, where can we find you, Commander?
I have nothing to promote, David, so I'll leave you with this. What is the difference between pornography and art? The correct answer is lighting.
Okay. DB.
I'm mostly at the club dancing.
Awesome. And my name is David Pstansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pstansky. I'm just going to give a teaser at this stage. I'm going to leave you with a teaser. No glasses around to do the bit, though. There's going to be something Geek Battle related to be announced soon.